these soon-to-be fried spring rolls?
Well, you got to be in VR, so obviously there's no time to make fried spring rolls.
I can't be in VR right now because I gotta eat. But I'm excited to see. These soon-to-be talk show hosts come on.
No, wrong answer. You can't eat. You can suffer and be hungry and stay here with us to watch these finals.
I have to eat. I didn't need lunch.
You must stay here with us. Okay, guys, group vote. Would you rather do you think Johnny Coma should stay here? If you think Johnny Coma should stay here instead of eat, let's get some hearts.
I'm gonna stay here.
Let's get some hearts. And if you think Johnny Coma, look at that. I don't even have to take another vote. We don't even have to go to the who thinks he should go. It's overwhelming, unanimous. Johnny Coma stays here.
Oh my gosh, of course it's unanimous. Oh my gosh.
Lisa?
Yes.
Word is that we can, we're just going to kick off the show.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kick off the show. So I'm just going to mosey on down as if you never saw me. This conversation never happens.
Okay, are we ready? And here we go, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hostess with the mostess, the community manager you always love to see, it's Lisa!
Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to the final event of AltSpaceVR, Who Wants to Be a Talk Show Host. It's been so long since I've seen you. So lovely to see all your faces. We're super excited to be here because this is it. First, there were 40 participants who auditioned. Then we've narrowed it down to 12 semifinalists. And after your vote, we are down to 6 finalists tonight. But only one lucky person will win their own custom avatar and a chance to host their own talk show here in AltSpaceVR. We will, just to be clear, be crowning the winner tonight. So by the end of the show, only one person will walk away having their own show. Yeah, can we get some emojis for that? Down there, we only have one person that's clapping about that. Okay, so if you're new to AltSpaceVR, just a quick reminder again, go ahead and press the mute button right above your triangle. Please, 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 let's give some mad love and respect for the finalists who are here tonight. So before we bring out our finalists, I want to introduce our special guests tonight, our esteemed judges. And as a programming note, sadly, Paul Scheer couldn't make it tonight, but wait till you hear who is here. So first off, we have comedy producer and head of Talk Show Labs in Jash LA, where they produce shows for comedians like Norm Macdonald and Doug Benson. Please welcome Brett Kushner. Brett, please come on down.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Brett. Actually, do you want to come over here for a second? How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Excited for this.
Awesome. Me too. Yeah. So Brett, Jash has worked a lot with AltSpaceVR, and everybody in the audience might not be familiar with Jash and who you are and what you do. So maybe you can fill us all in.
Yeah, we've been working with you guys for over a year and a half now, and we produced the first Reggie Watts VR show, and we've been really experimenting with different formats in VR. But what we do outside of VR is we produce comedy videos and talk shows, and I specifically run the Talk Show Labs department. So we do shows like Norm Macdonald Live, Getting Doug with High. We had a show on Comedy Central called The High Court. And so it's a variety of different kinds of talk formats and unscripted things that I've been able to be a part of at Jash. And you can check a lot of that out online after the show. And I'll be using my years of experience to judge these hopefuls and kind of see what they can do in VR that maybe you can't do in a video talk show.
Well, we're very excited to hear what you're going to have to share and the wisdom you can bestow on these future talk show hosts. So thank you so much, Brett. We're really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and take a
Bye, guys.
seat right by your picture over there. So next, she's an agent at Hollywood's ICM Partners Digital Ventures Group, where she represents creators who harness new technology to tell stories. Give a round of emojis for Lex Conboy. Lex, come on down. Hi, Lex.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am good. I am still navigating the moving around part just a little bit.
Wow, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. So Lex, ICM represents some pretty big names, and again, it might be one of those studios that some people have heard of and some people haven't. So do you want to fill us in on who your company is and maybe some of the names of people that you represent?
Sure. So ICM is a talent and literary agency, and we represent everything from writers to directors to production companies, actors, sort of the whole gamut of anyone who's in entertainment. My group specifically focuses on digital talent, and really anything. What that means is less things distributed online and more just anything that's new and emerging, folks who are multi-hyphenates who don't like to be constrained by, just being a writer or just being an actor or anything like that. So we're really just sort of the intersection of, what's now and what's next in entertainment.
Nice. It sounds like a fun group to be a part of.
It's very fun. It's very small because we sit in all the other departments. So we're in the TV meetings and the movie, the motion picture meetings and the book department and sort of the whole gamut. So we get to really play around with all of the resources in the agency. So whether it's bringing the Bella twins into virtual reality, or helping Margaret Atwood turn Gilead into some sort of VR experience. We do a lot of stuff like that.
Well, then you're at the perfect place, and I can't wait to hear what you have to share with some of these contestants that are going to come up in a few minutes.
I'm excited. Mostly I've talked to you guys, and you've just taken me around. So now I have to move myself around and navigate, and it's good. I'm excited to see what everybody else does here.
Oh, great. We're excited too. You can go on and take your seat next to your picture right up there.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, and our final judge of the evening. Some of you already know him. His dreadlocks are legendary, both in and out of VR, and he's as comfortable around the campfire as he is in our 360 theater. You know him and love him. Let's give a round of emojis for Cymatic Bruce.
Yo. What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing great. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
So, Bruce, I got a serious question for you.
Do it.
Serious. Okay,
So
what's
serious.
your favorite VR dance move?
Favorite VR dance move? That's a tough one. So that has to go by the type of input you have. So if we're right here, just with the touch controllers and here, this is got to do like this. Cross the touch controllers up, get that butterfly on. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's all. They're getting that butterflies in the audience. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now you're feeling it. Now you're feeling free. Feeling the air. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you very much, Bruce. I think you're going to give a very unique, interesting perspective tonight, just having been in VR since the beginning of this new wave of VR. So I can't wait to hear what you have to share with some of our contestants tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right.
All right, I'm looking forward too. All right, take care, Bruce.
Woohoo!
Woo! Okay, everybody. Are we ready to get these finals started? I don't know if we're ready. I don't know if I see enough emojis fired up. Okay. Okay, I think that we are ready. So here's how it's going to work. I will call up a finalist, and I'm going to put their hosting chops to the test. I'll ask a couple of questions, and then the tables will turn. Well, they'll get a chance to ask questions. But here's the fun part. They're going to interview our celebrity talk show guest, and here he is. Go ahead and get those emojis fired back up for AltSpaceVR favorite, comedian and executive vice president of the Laugh Factory, Steve Hofstetter. Steve, we're ready for you. Hello, Steve.
This weird magic eye. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh, look at this studio. This is amazing. Bruce, stop
Isn't it?
dancing. Yeah.
So, Steve, how you feeling? You ready for these 6 contestants you've never met to interview you?
I am. I got my custom emoji. Someone customed it while I was still married, so I have this wedding ring on, which is weird because I haven't worn that in a year. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Awesome. So, just in case you don't have it on, do you have your megaphone turned on? I think it's on the bottom right. Is it blue?
Now it is.
Okay, good stuff. So, Steve, when the first time you were over here in AltSpaceVR, you were just starting your international tour, the Your Tour. And how many countries are you set to go in? And,
Wait, what just happened? Where did I go?
You're right. Steve, look back over here. I'm waving at
I'm
you.
in the crowd.
Crowd dive.
In the crowd.
It's a crowd dive. Holy crap.
I'm stuck in the crowd.
Everyone hug him.
I'm stuck in the crowd. I don't know what to do.
What happened?
I clicked toggle on air. Was I not supposed to do that?
Strike.
All right,
There
here
you
I am.
go.
I'm here.
There we
You're
go.
here.
All right, what's up? Yeah. So to answer your question, I travel a lot. You can see I even travel into the crowd.
Yes.
And I went to. This year is gonna be 65 cities, 18 countries. I'm almost done with the giant tour. It ends in July, and with 2 weeks in Europe.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. How can we learn more about the tour or watch some of your funny stuff online?
If you go to stevehofstetter.com, and if you don't know how to spell Steve Hofstetter, Google does. So just spell it wrong, and Google will help you. I tried spelling my name over the phone for a customer services rep, and they were like, "Okay, Dave Topfister," and that was on the 4th spelling, by the way. That was on the 4th spelling, and I was like, "Yeah, sure. It's a party of top party for Top Fister, which is I'm the best fister." Is this child friendly? What are we doing here? Am I uncensored?
No, it's Steve. You can just roll with it.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm uncensored here.
Well, that's a great segue, Steve, for us to do the big reveal for our new talk show space. Are you ready for it?
Oh God, I'm ready. Is it gonna
Okay.
hit me in the head?
Well, funny you say that. We've got to move forward so it doesn't hit us. Do you want to come
All
over
right.
here? And
I don't
move
want to
it?
be hit.
All right, Jim, I think we're ready.
Standing at the precipice. All right. Goodbye, Magic Eye. Here we go. Damn.
Here we are, brand new
Nice.
talk show space.
Sweet.
This is amazing.
It's beyond
Can I live
amazing.
here?
You can totally live here. Although they may argue with me about that, but as far as I'm concerned, you can absolutely live here.
Yeah, excellent.
So here's what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you stand in your spot for the rest of the evening, which is, if you want to follow me, right back here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have you stand
Hello,
right
everybody.
here. And so you stand there, and then we're going to have all of our contestants come over here and
That's
stand
good.
here.
That didn't make me nauseous at all.
Well, that's wonderful.
Like on a
That's
scale of 1 to 10,
amazing.
I'm nauseous.
right, guys.
Who wants to interview me and catch my virtual throw up? This is.
We have this all planned out, contestant.
Yeah.
We do, in fact, we do. You can't see it though because it is virtual, but it's
Right.
there. It's there.
Okay.
All right, guys, are we ready to view our first contestant? Can we go ahead and get a video up for our first contestant, Raptor VR?
Be willing to stoop to coming to VR because it's brand new, and you got to be able to risk your reputation on doing this weird stuff. I'm talking about to a bunch of robot people. I love you, robot people.
Raptor, come on and go ahead and come up to the stage.
Hi, folks.
Hey, Raptor, how you doing today? Hey, great. You seem to be able to be maneuvering a little easier this week.
Well, it's always fun. There's always a new surprise, like Steve had here today.
So, where are you coming from? Are you still in New Orleans, or have you come back to the Bay?
Oh no! I got back. Yeah, I got back by one day, and I'm here. I've got my new studio set up in Oakland, and I'm loving it.
Wonderful.
I got set up just for this. Yeah.
Very good. Do you think you're ready? Are you ready to go ahead and
I'm more than ready.
do this audition?
I was
Okay,
born
so why don't you go ahead and get
ready?
over there behind the desk there, and you'll have
All
4
right.
minutes to go ahead and interview Steve.
Excellent. Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Hey, Rector. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
But you spelled my name wrong on the thing.
Oh, Top Fister. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll have. We'll correct that. I like how you're holding your arms in that early '90s rapper pose. I like that. Thank you.
You call it early '90s rapper pose. I just call it me being me.
All right. Keep it fresh, or whatever they would say in the '90s.
I'll give you jazz
Hey,
hands.
all right, jazz hands. So it's actually really great to have you here, Steve, because you're both familiar as a producer of televised comedy, and also you're also a very accomplished live comedian. What this is interesting because this is somewhere in between. We're both live and we're both digital, virtual. Like for instance, I only realized right before we started this interview that I was not wearing pants. I hadn't thought about it.
You're also, Rector, you're also not wearing arms.
Yeah, I thought that elbows were superfluous, but you can enjoy my feminine robot curves.
Or a waist. Yeah, you're looking very shapely, by the way, these days.
Thank you. Yeah, I
What's
have robot
your-
curves for her.
What's your workout trick?
My workout trick is I just hover above the ground for 5 hours every day. It's exhausting.
I'd imagine that's great for your abs. Your core. It probably strengthens your core.
It does. Whatever that is, it's strengthened. So I just want to know, what do you think the future is of comedy in virtual reality?
I think that it's going to be awesome. I did a couple of VR shows, and there was this moment when I was doing like crowd work, and I was like, "Hey, who here is from far away?" And like usually when you do that at a comedy club, one guy's like, "Hey, I'm from Germany," and I'm like, "Oh, what brings you to the States?" But someone's like, "Hey, I'm from Germany, and I'm there right now." I'm like, well, I got nothing for that. So, it's a brave new world.
Nice. So I know one thing that you're actually well known for, Steve, is handling hecklers.
Baking cookies. Oh, sorry.
Do you make great cookies? Why haven't I had one of your Top Fister cookies?
Because it's virtual right now. So I can't feed the crowd. No, I do not bake cookies. But yes, handling hecklers is what you're getting at. Yes, I do that.
So I wanted to just do a little role play. I wanted to actually invite the audience to heckle you and see what happened, but I don't think we have that function. So I thought I would role play a heckler for you today.
You all suck. All right, I got it. I did
Wait,
it.
no. Wait, no, it's the... All right, what do you got for that? Nothing? All right.
Look at that. Oh, they're sad. They're so sad. Look, all right, you don't all suck. Maybe some of you do. That's your choice. If you want to suck, that's up to you.
I love your
Whatever
comedic
someone does in the
instinct, Steve.
privacy of their own virtual what?
I love your comedic instinct, Steve. I love it. I personally don't think you suck, but I don't judge Steve for saying that. So I just wanted to...
Look, sometimes people pay extra for someone sucking. I'm sorry, what was that, Rector?
I want to see you handle a heckle, but I don't know how to heckle you because you seem like a very nice man. The only thing I could possibly heckle you for is not being Paul Scheer, because I did all this research about him, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not your fault.
This is actually Paul Scheer playing Steve Hofstetter right now.
Whoa! Oh my God, Paul, the range you have. You can play another nerdy white guy so well. No, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
It helps that his VR character looks exactly like me. I mean,
well, we all look, honestly.
Mine looks like him. I don't know what the pronouns are at this point. Where are you going, Rector? You're running away.
I'm gonna role play. I'm gonna be a heckler. So can you tell an off-color joke, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pretend I'm in the audience. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So I woke up and my car was covered in pollen, so I masturbated on some flowers because eye for an eye.
Your mom is fat. I've never heckled before because I hate them.
That was understandable. That was an amazing heckle. Because the thing is, you really got to me.
All right. Thank you so much. Rector, you want to come over here and meet me over here in the front?
I'd love to.
How was that for you?
I don't know. Was it good for you guys? That's really what I'm a pleaser. So.
Well, we're gonna hear from our judges. So first off, though, we want to start with Steve. Steve, do you have any feedback? How was that for you?
I thought Rector did a fine job. The first opening was a lot about you and not your guest. So I'd say as a talk show host, make it more about your guest. But then you did a lot of good research, so that was much appreciated. So I think you did a good job.
Thank you, Steve. And turning it over to Lex. Lex.
Hello. I really enjoyed how comfortable you were. I mean, I know that we are in VR and not in front of an actual crowd, but there's still real people here, and you are still in an unfamiliar environment, and you really kind of took command of that, I thought. So that was great.
Thank you.
Brett.
Yeah, I thought you did a really good job of kind of controlling your body and your presence, which I think is harder to do in VR. You made it look natural. I think one of the things I'm picking up on in general, I think for all the contestants will be, it's difficult to be super expressive as a person in VR, especially if we don't know you. And I think when you are a talk show host, like being known by the audience is one of the biggest parts of it. You kind of know them every day. And so kind of getting to make sure that you are this really likable person. It can be harder to do if you have some negative bits when we don't know you yet, which is something I think you did a really good job considering. But like the heckling thing, I thought could have been perceived as negative if it was the first time seeing you on the show. But overall, I think you did a really good job of kind of harnessing the energy of the talk show. And
I think your mom is probably a wonderful woman, by the way.
She's actually very thin, like unhealthily thin. Yeah. So it did not hurt my feelings. Frail would be the right word. Frail.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Like if you had said your mother's frail, I would have been like, what do you know?
So, Rector, did you do research on Steve as well as Paul before the show?
Of course. I mean, I didn't listen to a bunch of podcasts, but I, checked the basics. Okay. Yeah, of course. What did I do? Okay. No, I looked at the Wikipedia. I looked at I looked up some videos. Sure, he's a funny guy.
Okay, good stuff. All right, Bruce, what do you think?
Hey. Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked that was a pretty strong intro. You bounced off of Steve's craziness, but pretty well. There was a few parts I could tell you wanted to get your material in, and Steve was giving you some stuff, so I'd like to see more of you just rolling off what he's giving you. So there was a good segue when he was talking about your core, and you slam that in, segue to the next thing. But it seemed like the heckling thing might have been just a little bit forced. But hey, I mean, I'm digging it. This is a real professional guy over here. He's got content shooting it at you. He's trying to throw you off guard, and you handled it pretty well. Yeah. All right.
Can I respond, or should I'll just be judged. Sorry, I'll just be judged.
As we all are in life, right?
Okay, studio audience, now it's your turn to let us know. Do you think Rector should be the one chosen tonight? Go ahead and click your question mark down in your UI and vote. Thank you so much, Rector, and good luck to you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Moving on to our next contestant. Time for contestant number 2. Can we get a video of Just John? Just John.
I'm Just John, and this
Okay,
is Being
you know what?
Random,
We're
the
gonna go ahead and
VR
just
talk
call
and
up
variety
Just
hour
John.
where we
Just
touch
John,
on
you want to
different
come on
virtual
up and
reality
meet me up
subjects
here?
each week and meet with the people who influence it. Today,
Just
we
John,
introduce
this
the-
is your time.
Woo! Yeah, oh, there it is. There, I feel some love here. I feel it right here. Not quite my soul, but my duodenum. Feel it in my duodenum. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, you know, I'm just all kinds of peachy again, just like always.
You do sound like you're doing very, very peachy. You ready?
Yeah. No, I'm about as ready
No.
as a redneck for a tornado. Well, I guess
I
it's ready. Sloan,
love
how ready
your
am I?
authenticity. Uh-oh. Do we really want to get Sloan started? Let's not do that. Let's
Probably
not
not.
do that. Okay, yeah. He nods. He agrees with me. Great. So I love the authenticity. Why don't you go ahead and take your spot over there as the host with the most, and you've got 4 minutes. Take it away.
All right, Steve, lovely to have you here. I know you're really busy this time of year. In fact, you've still got quite a few tour days. How long are you going to be touring still?
I'm touring for another couple of weeks. I'm doing 2 weeks in Europe. It's fun. When I first announced the tour, I was like, hey, it'll be see the world. And then Trump got elected, and I was like, and then I might not be allowed back in. So now I just get to hang out.
Want
It's
to come
great.
back in?
No, this is the I'm checking out places to live in case Steve Bannon starts hunting Jews tour. So
I can understand that entirely. I know there's been a lot of iffiness recently in the coming months ever since he was elected. I mean, I'm within as many groups myself that are very
well, sure, you're black.
cautious. I know. So anyways, yeah, you've been touring for a while as it is, and what can you say that you enjoy most about the traveling, or if you like it at all?
The traveling is the toughest part. Like it is. Everyone sucks in an airport. We're the worst versions of ourselves. Like whatever little thing is wrong with us in an airport, we're just like, forget society. This is my day. This is my time to shine. It's a terrible thing. But good to be here. Good to be. This is the best way to travel because I don't have to interact with actual people. So this is amazing.
And that gets into my kind of what I wanted to ask for you next. Do you think virtual reality is kind of the next step, especially when it comes to convenience for your profession?
It's definitely the next step when it comes to porn. For comedy, I'm not sure.
Still on the iffy side of that. To be
You know, it's similar professions. By the way, all the tongue outs, like that's perfect when I reference porn. You know what? I think it's the next step for a lot of things. I think it's a way to reach a new audience. And all the time, like, because people will say to me, like, when I'm touring, people will be like, you know, well, when are you coming to this tiny town in Central Africa? And I'm like, well, I'm not. Get a VR headset and join me in AltSpace, and then we can hang out.
Oh yeah, we have loved having you here. I know for a fact I've seen 2 of your sets here that you've done here in AltSpace. I've loved every single one of it. Especially, I believe you did the improv little group that we had.
Well, now clearly you're just angling for a vote, but I appreciate Gotta be nice to your guests. That's a positive attribute of the talk show host.
But yeah, still on the subject of the comedy and VR, what do you think is still missing?
Arms, first of all. Which, by the way, as someone who wears vests are kind of pointless when you have no arms. Let me tell you.
Oh no, you still got these nice little nubs right here.
Just suspenders. Oh, hello. How are you, sir? Well, I never. Necks are also missing sometimes. But no, you know what's missing? The problem is the delay in the microphones, because when the microphones are off, all you can see is emojis, and so much for a comic is the instant laughter, which is why when we did my stand-up shows here, we had a live audience of like 30, 40 people like that were right in front of the comics, and then everyone else was watching in VR, so it allows you to maintain that timing. I think the timing for a VR crowd is a completely different animal because there's a beat before people react. So that's a very different thing. Also, people are robots.
All right, thank you, everybody.
All right,
thank you,
Steve. Thank you,
very
Just
much.
John.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello again. All right, Steve, so feedback.
All right, you definitely had the kindness and the likability there, which is very important as a talk show host. I think that some of the questions, it was hard. It was kind of backing me into a corner a little bit because some of the stuff, it was more about like the day-to-day of the tour and not like here's a way to tell a funny story. So, I'd say work on the questions a little bit, but you definitely had the likability, and that's something I'll never have. So good for you.
Well, great. Didn't have much time to prep.
So, Just John, if you get chosen tonight, what will your show be about?
Oh, well, my show, I'm a big fan of kind of the old style shows, the variety shows and the like. It wouldn't just be pure talking or like a podcast. It would be including some games, some little contests with some of the VR community or our guests, as well as I would hope some performances. We've got a number of musicians here in AltSpace who might like to at least show off their talents to the bigger audiences out there.
Wonderful. Well, I hope we get a chance to see it. Okay, Lex.
Hello. I really loved sort of your commitment to the questions that you had. I think it really showed that you were prepared, which is always a good thing. And this isn't really, I'm cheating now because this isn't really part of your set, but just now when you were talking about what you envisioned your show being, I love how much it was about the community and how much it was about your enthusiasm and passion for the things that you love. And I think that's a really good quality.
I'll be honest though, I didn't actually prep.
Well, you fooled me. You fooled me. And you know,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Agents, we lie all day, so I'm an expert, and you fooled me. So well done.
Okay, Brett, what did you think?
Yeah, I agree with Steve on a lot of what he said, and I think I was really rooting for you. You were definitely very likable from the very beginning. I would say on the question front, it's kind of like some of the things I look for and things you can improve on is that you want to make it seem like this conversation that could go on forever, and we're only getting to see 4 minutes of it. And I didn't quite get the feeling that you could have talked forever with the questions you were asking. Kind of felt like you knew you were going to ask, and you got the answers, and you're moving on to the next thing. It wasn't a free flow conversation. But overall, I thought you kind of embodied a good host of the type of program you're describing, and would be a good conduit to allowing people to come on and kind of showcase what their talents are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Bruce, what you got?
Oh, I got something. Okay.
I don't doubt it.
Give it to me.
Yeah, just John. Man, you're doing okay, man. I agree with Steve with the likability. Brett has good. The earnestness, the likability is there, but definitely, I think I agree with the comfort level. The nervousness was definitely coming through. Being able to play off of your guests like it's a conversation, being able to just run off of him and laugh and enjoy yourself. It seems like you were, this guy's funny. It's okay to enjoy that moment, laugh. Not Fallon level, but you can laugh, you can enjoy yourself. So yeah, that's what I would say. But likability, earnestness, it's there. So I did dig that. Yeah, beautiful.
And just a thing on the nervousness too. If you do feel like that's an issue, go back and watch some of the early Conan episodes, because that was a big thing for him early on, was being nervous. Everyone knew he was just kind of super nervous and awkward on stage, and just kind of see what he did to get over that, because it was a big part of the show for the first few years.
I appreciate that.
So, studio audience, for those of you who are aspiring to be hosts, you heard it here. You can be nervous and awkward and still have your own talk show host. So, hopefully that's some inspiration for some of you out there who aren't up here with us. Okay, Just John. Okay, audience. Are you ready? Here is now your moment. Should Just John continue on? Let us know by giving us a vote. Go ahead and vote for Just John. Thank you, Just John, and good luck to you.
Well, thank you. You have yourself a fine old program here.
Why would nervous and awkward people be in virtual reality? It sounds.
Oh no!
Don't know.
I'm totally surprised.
Completely. All right, our next guest that I'm about to call up. You may want to turn down your headphones for. Before we call him up, let's go ahead and see a video of Sloan. Do you have a video of Sloan? Okay, we don't. Sloan, come on down. We're ready for you. You have been duly warned. Hi, Sloan. How you doing?
Lisa, it's you.
It's me. It's you, Sloan. It's you.
Oh!
It's
Oh my
them.
God. This is not disc golf. Hello.
Hello. No, it's not disc golf. You're in some auditions. How are you feeling about that tonight, Sloan?
Well, I'm feeling pretty moist, and I've had a little bit of coffee, and my cat's been looking at me kind of weird because I keep squatting. Because, oh Christ! All right, hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. You can just being entertained. That's all.
You look very good. You need to, yeah, definitely a couple cheeseburgers in there. I think that that avatar needs to. Now, we've talked about this before. You don't listen. I don't.
Okay, Sloan. So let's get your mic on so that everybody can hear you. Okay, I think you're cool. I think you're already turned on.
Yeah, I'm on them.
So have you been talking to Camilla D between that last
I talk to
time
Camilla,
and this time?
Camilla D every day. Camilla D is the reason for the season, and it's the reason why we all exist. Don't you ever forget that!
So, audience, Camilla D is the mother of AltSpaceVR. You might have recognized her from when you visited the new user info or the old new user info. She's right there, right when you walk in. Nice big picture of her guiding you on how to use AltSpaceVR. So, before you start, any words of wisdom from Camilla D tonight?
You know, if maybe this is where it all started, folks. And maybe finally I can sell my Harley and actually get a real girlfriend.
Well, let's find out tonight. You ready to go behind that desk and do your interview?
I'm ready.
Okay, 4 minutes, Sloan. You got this.
And go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sloan. How's everybody doing tonight? Can I see some hearts, please? All right, that's wonderful. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Steve Hofstetter. One of the greatest comedians of our YouTube time. Take on any heckler. We love the guy. Steve, how you doing today?
It's good to be here with a fellow redhead.
Fellow redhead to be? No, I took on the Dukes of Hazzard colors. You know,
You're
that's all I can
completely
say.
orange, like me.
I know, just a good old boy.
Yeah. Sloan, I was watching your pre-interview before the interview, and there's a level of terror that I don't usually have as a talk show guest.
I
can't wait to see where this goes.
Well, the thing is, it's like, you know, my older brother had Fleetwood Mac tapes, and my mother loved Motown. My father liked to lock me in the broom closet with Sam Kinison tapes. And
so between the two, is that like Fleetown?
Mick Fleetwood definitely's got something to do with it. I don't know what in the hell.
Yeah. So the screaming came from Sam Kinison. That's understandable. One of the
screaming
greats.
comes from the inability to actually get attention any other way.
Fair. Yes.
Yeah. But you were born in Queens. I was born in Hillbilly Town. What was there fun to do in Queens growing up?
Queens is great. It's where all the airports are in New York, so that you can leave it if you need to. So that's one of the best features.
By the way, do you want a hug, or are your controllers fucked?
You have no arms. Oh,
I know. I haven't had arms since 1996.
Were you just inside me? What just happened?
I haven't had arms since
than I thought.
1996. I'm sorry about that.
I told you I'd be terrified.
With the weightlifting coach. Anyways, look. This is all pretty freaking cool. I like it so much. You said you mentioned the lag in AltSpaceVR, or just in VR in general, and getting that immediate response.
It's just a lag in response because it takes a second to click an emoji, whereas a laugh is an instant reaction. Unless you tell a really weird joke.
You're a successful comedian, an all-around nice guy here in AltSpaceVR, and I'm a balding hillbilly from West Virginia, bought a Harley Davidson, hopefully to get laid, but alas, I'm here in AltSpaceVR. My question for you, Steve Hofstetter.
I can't handle the truth.
The android in Aliens.
Sorry, what?
What was the name of the android in Aliens?
I didn't know I was on a quiz show. Samsung. I don't know.
You're known for taking on drunk hecklers. I mean,
Yes.
personally, for me, I call that Thursday. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
What
is
part
it
of
more
West Virginia
enjoyable
are
to
you
take on a
from?
heckler than actually performing?
No. I prefer to do my act way more. I just happen to know how to deal with hecklers. Like, I liken it to, like, no sniper wants to actually murder someone. They just rather sit on a roof and eat a sandwich. But, you know, if you have to kill someone, you know, you're brought there for a special skill. I have a very specific set of skills that I've maintained over a number of years. What's the Taken monologue? I don't know. The point is that I'm afraid you're going to kidnap me. Good to meet you, Sloan.
No, it was great to meet you, Steve. Thank you so much. By the way, are they paying you with Starbucks gift cards or real cash?
They're paying me nothing.
Okay, because I got a Bed Bath & Beyond card. I don't know what the hell they do. Anyways, thank you.
Come on out, Sloan. I honestly think that's the quietest I've ever heard you, Sloan. What's going on? Is something wrong today? Are you feeling okay?
I had half a cup of Pine Sol before I started, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't give a shit either. I did it, and I'm proud of it!
Half a cup of Pine Sol, people. Anything else you want to say before we turn it back over to Steve?
You are so beautiful. Wait, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. I didn't recognize it from the original.
Yeah,
So-
I like Duran Duran too.
Wonderful. What will your show be about if we choose you tonight?
My show's going to be basically, I just want to talk to the users of AltSpaceVR. I want to talk to people from different countries. I don't care what the hell the subject is. I just want to talk about somebody who lives in, I don't care what country, Germany, Denmark, Japan. I want to hear about your daily activities. And since I'm a hillbilly, I can ask whatever I want, and it's okay. Yeah!
Thank you, Sloan. Okay, Steve, do you have some feedback for Sloan here?
I do. If Brody Stevens hosted a talk show on Adult Swim, it would not be as weird as what just happened.
That is the best compliment I've ever got. Boosh!
I feel like here's the thing about someone like Sloan. Like, the people who get it and who are like of the mind that they enjoy your stuff are gonna freaking love you, and then the other people are gonna be very, very confused. And you could tell with the emojis where like half the crowd is going absolute nuts and the other half is just like, what are we being part of right now? So it's a niche. It's a very specific niche, and you definitely do that niche well. It's just a question of whether that niche is big enough for a widespread audience.
That's fair. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Lex, do you have some feedback for Sloan?
I do. I loved your energy and your enthusiasm and the strongness of your voice. It was a very clear, specific voice, which, you know, for me is something I'm always looking for, to make sure that the person is unique and sort of has artistic conviction. I'm going to sort of break the agent rule and say something negative, which is your prior comment about needing to eat cheeseburgers, and I understand that that's probably just a Avatar joke, but maybe don't cross that line with women in a setting like this would be my preference. But otherwise, awesome work.
Thank you, Lex. All right, Brett, do you have any feedback?
Yeah, I think when you're in this VR space, it often can come out very vanilla and very safe, and I think you kind of break that. You make things unexpected. It's a little scary. You don't know what's going to happen. It's a very unique voice, and so all those things I think are kind of positives. And as far as a interview goes, I think one of the criteria I look for is no one wants to tune into a show if the interviewer is going to ask boring questions and you kind of know what you're going to get. And I do think you would never quite know what you're going to get. It kind of makes it worth watching. One side of it that I'm not sure about, though, is like I think having Steve as a guest was great for this. Like, he knew how to play off of you well. And if you didn't have Steve, I don't know how many other people could fill that role as easily. And when you want to like interview people from around the world, like regular AltSpace users, it's hard for me to imagine how those interviews go. It almost seems like you need someone to kind of match you to make it not so weird potentially, in a bad way, but it could be weird in a good way, like it was. So
That was a
those are
good
my
point,
notes.
Brett. I was fantastic.
Yes, you were great.
I was here just to see you, Steve.
I came for your glasses.
I'm so sorry.
So, Sloan, before we move on to Bruce, how's it been to get all this feedback? How's it landing for you?
Right on. I think it's great.
Did you take in that note about the cheeseburgers, though?
Hell no. Meat cheeseburgers. Everybody needs. Okay, fine. A vegan kale shake. Oh my God, with a vegetable roll.
I think you might be missing the note, Sloan.
I was born an asshole. But on to Bruce.
Okay, Bruce. Apparently my job is being taken over right now, so.
Lovable Sloan. First off, yes, Steve, you were fantastic. Second off, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a high energy between two ferns. This is almost on the edge of almost like trolling your guests in some of the way you're approaching, but you're definitely an entertaining person, kind of a shot in the arm, especially when go to a point previously about the avatars, being limited in expression, and bringing that with your voice and your animation is definitely a plus. But I think the format of the show and the choices of guests is going to be crucial to see whether your show lands and people understand and enjoy it, or are just confused and put off by what you're putting out there. So that's what I got, and there we go. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Bruce. Studio audience, it's your turn now. Should Sloan be the one the judges choose tonight? Let us know and give us your votes. Thank you so much, Sloan, and good luck.
Thank you all, judges. Steve, Lisa, cheeseburger.
Sounds like a Saturday Night skits.
That's actually currency in parts of West Virginia, so I do understand.
Okay. Just a quick reminder to our studio audience, look down at your menu and click on the green question mark to vote for Sloan. Should the judges choose Sloan tonight? Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and bring Vivian. Vivian, please come on up.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really nervous.
Wow.
The amount of
But just look at all these emojis. They love you.
Yeah. Well, they want me to have my avatar. They know I'm just doing it to impress the boy. So. Oh, really.
A boy in AltSpace?
Yeah.
The truth comes out.
Maybe. He's the coolest boy.
Aw. So tell us about this boy. Might I know this boy?
Oh, I can't. No, I can't.
You can't? You sure you can't?
I could for like days, but no, I can't.
So, would this boy be a humanoid or a robot?
You know what? We'll talk later. Girl talk, okay?
Okay, girl talk. Should I go on, audience? Should I ask her more questions about this boy? I'm getting some mixed. It's like half and half.
He already knows, so it's okay.
I'm sitting right here.
Okay. Secret's out. Okay, Vivian, are you ready? Are you ready to do your interview?
Sure.
All right, you want to go around the corner and talk to the boy? You have 4 minutes.
The boy. Steve, I'm actually really happy to have you as well. I really like your sweater vest. So.
Thank you. It's an actual.
All right, well,
this is a digital actual vest, no sweater. It'd be too warm.
Actual?
I live in Los Angeles. I can't go around wearing sweaters like a crazy person.
So it's gonna be 100% organic pixels.
This is just like a regular vest. Vests are great because they're like high-end wife beaters, you know?
Oh, well, no, I feel like vests
It's
are
like a
things that
classy
like.
way. It's like a classy way to not wear sleeves.
You really like your vest. I kind of feel like it's on one of those lists of things that like are really cool, but people like to hate on it a little bit. I personally love it.
Here's what you do when you wear a vest. You don't, because some people have the reaction of like, well, why are you wearing a vest? And I have the reaction of, well, why aren't you wearing a vest? You have to rock it with confidence.
Okay. Tell me your feelings about fanny packs.
Fanny packs are stupid.
Okay, you know what? All right, fine.
You know what? No, here's the thing. Fanny packs are very convenient. They are very like they're ugly, but they're convenient. You know,
Okay.
like they're
like keeping this part of the body warm, but not this part convenient.
No, vests are incredibly inconvenient. Vests are nice, but a vest and a fanny pack are mortal enemies, actually.
Okay, fine.
Because a
All
vest has
I
no
feel
convenience.
like we're not getting on the right start here.
It's, you know what? No, I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying this. This interview is the vest.
The vest. Okay. Well, Steve, I actually was reading your Twitter feed, but before I knew.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not trying to suck up to you. There's just
Okay.
someone else over there.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were commenting on this new word, kafif.
Oh, Kafivi.
Kavivi.
Kafivi, yeah. This is like, isn't this the anniversary of Kafivi's death, the Cincinnati Zoo?
No, or the person going to go back in time and.
Yeah,
and
I
change the
remembered that
timeline?
wrong. Yeah, that was my theory, that Kofivi is actually the code name of the operative that has been sent back in time to fix this timeline. And
get
so
you out of your best.
Trump was writing that tweet, and then he saw it, and he was like, Kofivi! And then like ran away, which is why the tweet stayed up so long.
No, well, you did have the zoo too. I was trying to decide, which one, because I mean, you just were rolling with it, and I didn't have anything.
How
I was
could
trying
you?
to be
How can you
funny
not?
and-
When you see the president of the United States make such a, not just a typo, but like have a stroke.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Like
straight up
It's
just
not even
fall
a
on the
thing.
keyboard, and then at that point just go send. You know what? This is the right thing to do. I've had tweets occasionally where I'm like, you know what? I was rewording that and I took that word out and I forgot about it. And I have to go back and delete it. But there's never a point where I've written a word that's just not a word and been like, yeah, keep it.
Well, you can now. It's kind of popular.
Yeah. Brett
so I asked,
Druck has an amazing joke where he says that Donald Trump is the type of person who looks at a mirror and goes, mirror's wrong.
okay, well, I sense you're going to have a lot of him on your set. I also saw that you're doing a roast on Pete Rose. And
yeah.
Okay, so I totally watch your heckle videos from way back when, so I can handle hecklers. My mom roasts me all the time.
You're doing great, by the way. Your mom heckles you?
Oh my God, does she ever?
It'd be amazing if she was like, hey, your mom. And you're like, but you're my mom.
Yeah, Mom. Oh my God, Mom, please. So I actually watched some of your videos to try to work on the heckling, but you have like this approach where you are kind of like giving it to them in a really smart, funny way. But how are you gonna plan like a roast where you can like also?
Oh, I'm just gonna be mean. It's for Pete Rose.
Okay.
I can be as mean. I'll just come out and be like, guys, look at his haircut. That's an adult that made that decision for 40 years.
Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You were wonderful. Thank you.
Come on now. Because you can do that in VR.
Yeah, right.
Vivian, I think you've got quite the fan base over here.
Oh, you can't see me kicking my feet, but yeah, thank you.
Okay, Steve, feedback for Vivian.
I thought that was a lot of fun. I think that you do the likable awkward thing very, very well. And
that's me.
I don't think I don't think you're trying to do it, which is why it works. It's authentic. It's you, which is wonderful. I think that you could use a little shot in the arm of confidence. But I think that you were. Oh, now she's sad about it. I just hurt her confidence by saying that.
Oh no, yes, I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah, but no, I think that is something you can learn. Like that's teachable, whereas likability is not teachable. Likability is inherent, or it's not there. So I think that I think that you had something there. That was fun. I had a good time.
All right, thanks. Me too. Thank you. We'll do it again.
Yeah, well, let's let them decide.
Thank you, Steve. Lex.
Yeah, I mean, similar to sort of what Steve said, I really loved your sort of self-deprecating approach. I thought that it played really well against Steve. I just, as somebody who was having trouble walking earlier, to practice coming out through that orb thing, really loved your gestures and how natural you made it seem. And in fact, like there was actual body language happening from the moment that you walked on stage, and that was unique and really added for me the sense that I was here with you.
Thank you, Lex.
Thank you.
Brett.
Yeah, very well-rounded, very enjoyable. I was smiling the whole time. I felt like, I think kind of on Steve's point, because of the way you are playing yourself and doing it so well and so naturally, I think it actually was a good idea the way you brought up how you found information about him. You looked at his Twitter. You know, like in a real talk show, you'd have segment producers doing all this research, but you kind of admitted to the fact that that's how you found the material and to ask him about. And that got, I think, the most unique content out of him because you kind of knew things that he would have things to talk about. So I really commend how you did it and the way you kind of just brought it up naturally and reminded us that you're just kind of sitting at home, you know, all of a sudden hosting a talk show in front of all these people, and the only way you can do this is in VR. So I thought you did a really good job.
I didn't know it was going down like this either, so.
How do you think it was going to go down?
I thought we were going to be like in a room alone and, to myself.
You and Steve kicking it, glass of wine.
Yeah, right, exactly. Just
chit-chatting.
Just talking about boys.
Yeah. No, just one boy.
Okay. All right, studio audience. It's time for your vote. Go ahead and click on the green question mark.
Wait, did Bruce?
Wait,
What about
I want to
Bruce?
hear about Bruce.
Oh no, you guys, I'm so sorry. I hit the wrong button. Wait.
Oh man, chopped liver over here. I see how it is.
I'm totally
Or some other unsavory food. God, you see this, America?
So enamored. I was so enamored with Vivian. I lost track of all the feedback.
My goodness. Okay,
I have to
Vivian.
sit next to this man every day.
Yeah.
Take it back off.
Yeah, I'm messing up your desk right now. So this is what's happening. Vivian, well done. That was very conversational. I love the conversational nature. Letting your guest shine is very important. Letting them take the stage, keeping it comfortable, keeping it conversational. That's what I really liked. Yeah, and hey, like when you're in there, you can boost up. You're on stage. You're taking it. You know, get that confidence up. But yeah, I mean, you could do it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, do a little dance. You know, push our shoulders off. See, I'm Vivian the Conqueror, you know, hearing the lamentation of all the boys. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Proceed.
We ended with a really great pep talk for you. Now, studio audience. No kidding. It's your turn. Go ahead and let's give a vote. Should we choose Vivian tonight? Thank you so much, Vivian, and good luck.
Thank you.
Now, we're moving on to Cats and VR. Cats and VR, please come join me.
What up, everybody? Give it up for the band tonight, Bootsy Collins and the Cats and VR band, and give it up to our co-host, totally rad, Lisa.
Wait, co-host. Co-host.
There you go.
Co-host. Wait, I missed that memo.
Lisa.
He doesn't back down.
Woo! Ric Flair's on there tonight, everybody. By the way. All right. What up, Lisa?
What up? You want to come on a little closer?
Okay. All right.
Come on a little closer.
All right.
Even though you're the co-host and I'm the host, it's okay. You can get a little closer.
I'm the host. I think you're the co-host. I'm the host.
No.
I like this little who's on first bit we got going on here.
Well, the answer is obvious that I am the host.
It's a host off. Fight.
Oh!
Oh, well, you know what, Cats and VR, I love how you're taking up space and claiming it. So why don't you go on back and take your moment with Steve. You got 4 minutes.
All right.
4 minutes and go.
Wait, we lost
Looks
your
like you're
sound.
muted.
I think you're muted.
Oh, am I back?
You're back.
All right.
You're back.
So the whole thing I was going to say, Steve, I was a little disappointed it wasn't Paul Scheer because I had this whole bit planned out that I confused him with Pauly Shore, and we're going to talk about the seminal coming-of-age film, Encino Man.
Look,
but
we
I
are
really
all
like how you.
disappointed.
But I really like
Not
how you
Paul
handled
Scheer.
yourself there with your little Buffalo Bill moment that happened tonight. Hi-oh! But how about the Mets?
Wait,
Bobby Bonilla's having a fantastic year.
All right, there's so much there. How do I unpack this?
I don't know what the Buffalo Bill moment was.
Oh, you know what it was.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm terrified, and it looks like you're attacking. You're like humping the plant.
So, all right. I would say, yeah. And then you brought up the Mets. You know, the Mets are my favorite thing in life, and the thing that I hate the most. They are a sine curve of emotion, and they are still paying Bobby Bonilla, even though he retired many years ago, and in the dumbest contract ever signed. But yeah, I love it. I love it because it's not easy to love it. That's why I love the Mets.
Well, I love them because. Oh, go ahead.
I would say because some people are Yankee fans because it's easy. It's easier to be a Yankee fan because they're actually a good team. But it's harder to be a Mets fan because why would we do that to ourselves?
If you love Queens, I was born in Richmond Hill. I love
Cats,
yeah.
Cats, go ahead and move on in. Get a little closer to Steve.
Okay.
I don't think he bites.
I love the Mets, and it's weird. I got a twofold love-hate relationship with them because they lose, right? They're actually the reason I don't like baseball because I grew up because my little PS54 they used to give out like Mets stuff for kids, and I loved it because it was my first introduction to pro sports. Even tried to do Police Athletic League baseball, didn't quite work out. And then when my parents got divorced, they sent me to live with my grandparents and the St. Lucie Mets spring training camp. So I got this weird love-hate relationship because I hate that small town, but I also love the Mets. So
I thought you were blaming your parents' divorce on the Mets, and I was like, that's a little extreme.
That is extreme. Bad years. But Steve, go ahead.
I was saying no couple could weather the storm of 1993 with the Mets, so I do understand that.
That was the year, though. It was. That's funny. Yeah. So, Steve, this show is really about like cartoons and stuff. It's Saturday morning Vertoons. That's my theme. Steve, what's your favorite cartoon that you grew up with?
That's my favorite cartoon. I loved all Saturday morning cartoons. That was like, so I'm 37, so I grew up in the era of Saturday morning cartoons. There was a ton of amazing stuff. Even like the horrible ones, like did you ever see what was it? It was like Beverly Hills High or something, like they were Beverly Hills Teens.
Oh yeah,
that's
when
what
they had the little pig Corvette and they'd go in there and it was all super like trying to be anime before anime was big. I totally got that. It was on the bootleg channels too.
It was horrififically bad, and I still enjoyed it. You know why? Because I didn't have cable.
Yeah, no, likewise. That's why I like Gem, though. I really like that. I like She-Ra, Gem. I feel it led me down this weird path of hentai, but let's not go there.
I found Gem to be truly outrageous. Truly outrageous.
Totally outrageous.
Yeah. I believe they tried to do that live action movie of Gem that wasn't a real Gem. I would love to see an actual live action movie of Gem.
It should have been done like Ghost in a Shell
and everything. Yeah.
With the Misfits, like a female Glenn Danzig kind of thing. Just make them like the Misfits for the punk rock band. That would be fantastic. We should have wrote and directed Gem and the Holograms. So that
Clearly, I know what I'm doing after this show.
So actually, that gets to my point. So I'm working on the spec script, right? And it's really like this 1980. It's so Hollywood, right?
I'm being
like
pitched as a guest right now.
It's like this 1980s, homage to Penelope Spheris and John Carpenter with here's the casting. Here's the kicker, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Ryan Gosling as Johnny Carson. That's how we circle it back into talk show host.
That is the dumbest pitch I've ever heard. I've heard some dumb ones.
Great way to end this. All right, Cats in VR.
American style. Just hang out in the plant for a while.
Thank you so much, Cats in VR, for your interview. Steve, feedback for Cats.
So much wonderful energy. You came up like a talk show host. You had the ability to ad-lib, which was good. There was, you've got to learn to read the cues when you let the guest finish. But other than that, I think you did a bang up job. It was ridiculous, and that's what VR needs. So good work.
Thank you. I'll take that as a note. You're right. I have to do that in real life. Pause a lot too. I talk too much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Lex.
First of all, I'm really sorry that I was on the stage. I was trying to drink some water, and the next thing I know, the assistant who's here was like, got a text message or a phone call or something, like, you're on the stage. And then I realized what had happened, so my apologies. But I loved your energy. It was so high energy, and you were sort of taking and giving with Steve at this rapid fire pace. Which I thought was great. I mean, it felt very late night as opposed to daytime. And you were able to keep that energy level up throughout the entire session, which was really cool.
Thank you very much. It's actually going to take place on Catterdays.
And the talk show continues even as we're talking to the judges. Brett.
Yeah, as everyone's noted, very high energy, which was great. I think just some small notes, I think, just to give you some small notes, was things like you're on mute to begin the show. That's no one's fault. Things happen in VR. I think use it more, roll with it a little bit and kind of discuss it or mention it more than just like getting out of mute and saying what you were going to say anyway. I think you had a small opportunity, and it's fine that you didn't take it, but it was an opportunity. And also I felt like because you're so high energy and because we can't see your lips and your face, sometimes it was almost hard to follow. So just be a little bit more present about how we're watching you. And sometimes I just had to be very attentive, and sometimes when you're watching a late night show or something, you're just kind of watching casually. So things like that, I think, just be more aware of your presence and how that's going and things like that.
Appreciate model rapper Eric Andre. Sorry,
Can I add something real quick?
Sure.
Sorry. Call on me.
Sorry, Steve. I know you're talking to me.
No, to that note, Brett, I think that's a great note, and I would recommend with your energy, pick a more expressive avatar, because one that has his hands behind his back is not you at all, or arms behind his back.
That's a great suggestion. Great suggestion, Steve. So last but definitely not least, I remembered you, Bruce. What you got?
Okay. I'm remembering people now. Okay, so this is what I got. Definitely suggest changing up the avatar. I think it'll serve you well. I agree there. I love that you have a theme. Saturday morning cartoons are something that a lot of people vibe with. It'll be interesting. I think most guests will have at least something they'll be able to bring to a table with a show or a cartoon that they like. So it's good to kind of start and drive the conversation from there. So that's a real positive. Energy is a real positive. So that's good. And I kind of agree with Steve as well. Like kind of letting your guests breathe a little bit, letting them kind of take the story, and then giving them a little time to blossom before your very eyes there. So there we go. That's all I got.
Thank you very much, Bruce. I respect what you do for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. You hear that, Bruce? He didn't say that to me. He said that to you.
Thank you. Welcome you.
Thank you. All right. Now it's your turn, audience. What did you think of Cats in VR? Should he move on? Go ahead and click that green question mark and vote. We are ready for our final contestant to come up. Come on down, McMuse. McMuse, come on down.
Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey.
So, Bruce, I just got to give you this one since you were left out a little bit. I'll give you your little dance there. I learned that one. I didn't know that one until tonight. So there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Boom.
There we go. That's all I'm liking it. I'll take that. Boom. Yeah.
I had to do it. You were left out. I had to give you something.
Thank you, baby.
So how's everyone doing tonight? Let's see some emojis, everybody. Let's see some emojis. All right, that's great. So tell me, how many people do we actually have watching tonight?
That's a great question.
Do we have an estimate so I can see how nervous I need to be?
How nervous you need to be? There's like millions of people. You have a studio
Awesome.
audience of millions of people tuning in.
That's great. That's actually good. You need to use the nerves. Use them.
I've heard that fear and excitement are all just the same vibe. So you're just feeling a lot of excitement tonight. Yeah. So tell me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel like I'm not the one interviewing. I'm the interviewee. This is kind of nice. I get to sit back and kick back. So what are we doing next, Muse?
I'm listening to you.
Okay. Why don't you tell me about your show? If you were to have a show here in VR, what would it be about?
For me, I'd have to say it's going to be tech related. I'm a tech junkie. I've worked in the tech field for a long time, and it's going to be about all the new technologies that are coming out right now that just are changing society, and it's going to be very educational with a lot of entertainment, and I'd like to possibly interview activists, artists, entertainers, tech leaders, and thought leaders, and that'd be pretty much it in a nutshell.
Wonderful. It sounds like a really exciting possibility and segment, so we would love to see you in action. Why don't you get around that desk and take your 4 minutes with Steve?
Great. Steve, how are you? You look great tonight.
Well, thank
Very
you.
nice.
You
Great
look
likeness.
like I looked before I had a custom avatar.
Yeah. Well, I was going for the ginger look, but this is as best as they got.
Do you have red hair in real life?
I do, so I relate.
Okay, so you can say it. We can use the G word.
Yes.
Like that's if someone else wants to say it, like they could say ginger.
Yeah. Are you my ginger?
Yeah, the ER is the offensive part of every word.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
So how you doing, my ginger?
I'm
not gonna say it. We're gonna offend people in the audience. You need to be careful.
Yeah, you can't hit that hard R without offending some people.
You really can't.
So,
You really can't.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask you.
Yeah.
We're in VR right now, and we're both obviously very white. Is it a little more comfortable since these lights don't burn you like normal stage lights do?
Yeah. Normally you have to wear a very strong sunblock. It's actually SPF Infinity.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It's just an SPF 8, but it's a typo, sideways 8. So that's
right.
That's a math joke no one ever likes. But it's very strong sunblock. Yeah, you open up the bottle, long sleeve shirt comes out. It's extremely strong.
I need that. Where do you buy that?
Yeah, you buy that in. Do you not go to the Redhead meetings?
No, you didn't send me the memo. Really? Man,
What?
I really need it. I need this info after the show. Don't forget, please email me. I need
Absolutely.
that bad. I couldn't even get my avatar as white as it should be.
Yeah, I understand. Usually, I'm so pale I'm actually see-through. So in order to look tan, I just stand in front of a black guy.
Okay. Well, whatever you need to do. I'm actually fluorescent clear, and they actually filled me in a little bit here, so I know how you feel.
Yeah, understandable. It's great. I look forward to when I die and become a ghost and get a little bit darker than I am now.
Right. Yes. Mind blow moment right there. Oh my God. So I gotta ask you, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. This is the future here of a lot of different things. I mean, people are nervous. Yeah. I mean, there's millions of people watching right now, according to that person over there. She might be lying.
Advisors.
Oh, right. So there's a lot of people that couldn't actually be a talk show host right now, for instance, and they can now because they can be nervous behind
I thought you
a
were
headset.
I thought you were referring to the other 5 contestants, and I was like, that was kind of mean.
No, I'm talking about everybody. Mostly gingers, because we've been made fun of our whole life, and we can actually be here and be nervous and be okay, and it's great,
Well, I actually have a theory. I mean, think of some of the best comics in the world. You look at Louis C.K., you look at Bill Burr, hosts. You look at Conan O'Brien. You look Bill Hicks had red hair. Like the idea of being a redhead makes you funny because you have to deal with it. And it either makes you funny or be a serial killer. It's really, there's like a fork in the road.
Right. You either turn it into a defense mechanism or kill people.
Or you could be the funniest serial killer of all time.
I could. I might actually be. You might actually be auditioning a serial killer, and you don't even know it because you can't even see the blood in this room right here.
That is both a wonderful point and a horrible point.
It's fake blood. It's fake blood. I swear.
Dexter.
It is fake. They say redheads are angry, and they say we're angry, and you don't even know the half of it.
Yeah. You know how crazy that is? We get told that we get angry quickly by the same people who have been teasing us our entire lives.
Yes.
Like it's not fiery. It's a lifetime of accumulated rage. Like that's what this is.
It just explodes out. and then we
They're
have to
not
come on
freckles,
talk
they're
shows.
emotional scars.
Yes.
Thank you, McMuse. Thank you, Steve. I'm not quite sure how I feel standing next to you now, but
Well, I had to throw a little bit morbidity in there. I had to throw some morbidity in there. That's who I am. I watched too much Nightmare Before Christmas as a child.
scary part is any second now I'm going to get a note from the producer telling me to get closer to you. I can feel it. So, and I just got it on cue.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
Steve, what
Lisa,
what
I don't
feedback do you have?
I think that I had fun bantering with you. You gave me room to do my thing, which is good to do as a host. You didn't make it too much about you. You know, you had a couple of quips here and there, but you let me shine, which is a great thing to do as a host. Terrifying point about the serial killer thing. I think you can get away with that if you have a follow-up of also I could be in a room surrounded by puppies. Give it a little balance.
There was actually a follow-up, and I forgot it. I totally dropped the ball, so thank you.
That's the problem. You dropped the ball on the severed head of one of your victims, and
there was a severed head joke there, and there's a thing going on. I didn't want to use it, so I just dropped it.
I'd say as a talk show host, keep it a little lighter, especially if you're doing a tech show. But that said, I had a lot of fun. I think the banter was great. I enjoyed myself as a guest.
Thank you, sir. I enjoyed you. You have a great night.
Mm-hmm.
You do as well.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, Lex.
Hello. I really enjoyed your sort of calm, easy confidence throughout the entire bit. I thought that you sort of took command of the stage and of the conversation, but with a really sort of understated confidence. And I thought that was a really nice thing to see.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Lex. Brett.
Yeah, huge props for realizing that you guys looked similar and bringing that up to start. Like, there's things like that a lot of people might just pass over. You hit it first, and it ended up being one of the major talking points of the whole thing, which is great. You never want to go in planning to do something and then sticking with that 100%. I do think I would have liked to see a little bit more of what you're hoping your show would be. So as much as I love that you went in that direction, it would have been nice to try to get a little bit more to the tech world questions you might ask. Normally, you did ask one about VR and stuff, so it's not a hugely negative note, but that is something I wish I could have seen more of. But overall, great job.
Thanks, sir.
Time for the audience poll. Just kidding.
Here it is. Here. I got you.
Oh my God.
I got you covered.
What? Oh, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
He's got a nice little anchor.
There we go. That's gonna center me. Oh, breathe. Okay. Yes. Muse. Hey, dude. I'm digging the banter. That was that was easy. It was conversational. It was a pleasure to watch. Lots of just intermittent chuckles and laughs. So I dig it. And likewise, I would also like to see more of the theme that you're bringing up with the type of things that you want to get into. But it's nice that you went with the flow and let the guests shine. So I did like that quite a bit. So very nice, cool.
Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Bruce. Thank you so much, McMuse. And it's time for the final vote from you, the audience. Should McMuse go on to be our VR talk show host? Okay, and judges, we're going to go ahead and get your votes from our producers. If you don't mind just doing a mute, go ahead and mute yourself. So if there's any background noise, thank you so much, McMuse. And while we're waiting for the judges, I think Steve, we're gonna go ahead and bring you up here and have you be the star for a while. Oh look, you get to walk through the eye again.
All right, I had to unmute myself. Hold on. All right. Hello, everybody. So am I just filling time now? Is that my job? I'm doing. I'm the
Sure, I'm
crowd
gonna.
fluffer.
I'm gonna get out of here. It's all you now. I'm just
Wait, what?
kidding.
Really? What? No. Hey, you're not paying me enough to do stand-up.
I'm just kidding, Steve. So we're going to go ahead and actually open it up to an audience Q&A. You've been here a couple times before. We love your stand-up comedy, and we thought if it's okay with you, we just give the audience a chance to ask you some questions. Work okay for you?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Okay.
Sure. Okay. We had to twist his arm here. I'm twisting his VR arm back here.
Yeah.
So audience, turning it over to you. Do you guys have any questions for Steve? They're going to get shy. I can feel it.
So
Okay.
there's
Oh
a
no.
hand.
Okay. Hands. Oddity. Your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you great.
Yeah.
Essentially, Steve, unfortunately, I hadn't heard of you before, but I thought you were awesome tonight. And I heard other guests mention how you were great with hecklers. So where do you get your sense of comedy from, if that makes sense, essentially?
It goes back to, first of all, I hadn't heard of you either. But it goes back to being teased as a kid. Like as a redhead, we were all teased, and it, the serial killer thing went to a dark direction, but that really is true. Like, because I was teased, because everyone teases redheads, because your grandfather teased redheads, and his grandfather teased redheads, and his grandfather teased redheads, because his grandfather got raped by a Viking. And so ever since then, we've been, by the way, that's science. That's what happened. That's how I have red hair, because the Vikings raped a lot of people, and that's how it spread. Anyway, so the point is that it's a sense of humor. It's survival. Whenever I meet another comedian, I'll say to them, like, what are you in for? Like, what horrible thing happened to you to make you funny? And that's how it works.
Your banter has been awesome. You're so good at just kind of controlling a room, really.
Well, thank you. YouTube.com/The Hofstetter. Anyway, okay, who's next?
So you heard
Thank
it
you very much,
first
Oddity.
here. You have to have a screwed up childhood if you want to make this work.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've got a question up here from Alexander. Alexander, I saw your arm go up.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me? Just checking.
Yeah. Are you the orange
quick
one?
Question. Orange, black, I guess.
Orange and black. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so very easy question. What's your weirdest experience you've had in VR so far? I mean, aside from the porn, of course.
Yeah, aside from any of this tonight, aside from being interviewed by a robot that was yelling at me, I'd say my weirdest experience. I think the first time I did it, because the first time I did it, there was no live studio audience. It was just VR, and learning how to plow through when there aren't actual audible laughs is a very difficult thing for a comedian. We're so used to that instant feedback. And by the time I'm in my next joke with my rhythm is when the emojis start coming up. And so just having to realize that, like, that's perfectly fine and that's normal. And playing to a smart VR crowd is the same thing as playing to a dumb real life crowd, because it takes them a second also. That's how it works.
And in comes the camera.
I think the crowd is confused. They're not quite sure to laugh, or they were just insulted.
No. They're being complimented. They're the smart VR crowd. Next victim.
Okay, you know what, Steve? I just got word that we actually have a winner. The judges have chosen a winner. I know, it happened so quick. So, contestants, do you want to come on up to the stage? Just John, Sloan, Vivian, Cats in VR, McMuse, and Rector's over there. Just waking up. Rector, come on down. You gotta wake up. Okay, finalists. I'm about to announce who it is. How's everybody feeling?
Oh, we've never been
Very quiet. Very quiet now. Very quiet. Okay, so there's a lot of emotion going on here. So, Phil, Jim, could I have a VR drum roll, please? Apparently, there's a VR drum roll going. There we go. You guys hear it? Okay, audience, you ready for it? You ready? I don't think you're ready. I don't see enough emojis flying. You ready?
Are they
The
not ready
winner
for jelly?
is...
Drum it up.
Yeah, drum it up. Fire up more and more emojis. The winner of tonight's contest is Vivian. Give it up for Vivian. Yeah, Vivian. Congratulations, Vivian.
Oh, I'm so excited for the avatar. Oh my god.
I don't care about the talk show at all.
Oh, there's a talk show? Oh my god. Okay. Yay, thank you. Oh, that's so
You're
nice.
welcome. You're welcome. So, as you know, because you just mentioned, you'll be the winner of a custom avatar.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought through. That's what I wanted.
That's what you wanted, Jordy.
Right? Okay.
So we'll be in touch with you shortly to coordinate that, to talk to you more about your show, and we're very excited. So congratulations, Vivian. Big congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everyone.
Congrats.
Can I have just John too? Like the both of us?
We can maybe talk about that offline. But thank you so much to all of you, McMuse, Sloan, Cats in VR, Just John, Rector, so much talent. Thank you so much. Big thanks also to our judges, Lex Conboy from ICM Partners, Brett Kushner from Jash Network, Bruce Wooden here from AltSpaceVR, Cymatic Bruce, and Steve Hofstetter for being our lovely guest for the evening. Thank you so much, everybody. This concludes tonight's event of Who Wants to Be a Talk Show Host. I am your community manager, Lisa, and I'll see you at the next event. Take care.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Holograms Against Humanity. Come friendly, invite a friend, offend everyone.
And to all the contestants, I just want to say you all should host the talk show still. You know, you were all great, and Vivian, congratulations. That was all really impressive.
Thanks very much.
I was a minority at all. Good job.
Strong Ken, strong stuff. Great energy, everyone. Great stuff. Beautiful.
How red is your face right now?
It's not. I didn't drink anything.
A custom avatar. Like, you know
Did you say you were going to get drunk?
Yeah. Oh, sure. I was like, party in my room, guys.
This is
Let's go.
Dirk Keith with a picture of the face on the front.
Yeah.
After the party is the after party.
Well, at
I love you, Bruce.
There you go. Yeah. Hey.